Hey, it's Mark. I'm hoping this works out. I forgot my camera back at the house. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm using my cell phone. Hopefully this video will be able to convert over and I'll be able to put it in Windows Movie Maker and put something together. So I'm back up the property. Corn's still growing. I have a lot of weeds on one side of the field. So I'm up here. I'm going to spray Roundup. I'm going to spray a quart of Roundup per acre. So I might have to break it down and do like a half acre a tank and do a half quart per tank and a half acre at a time spraying. Bob King was just here on his tractor. They planted the other half of the front field, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of an experiment, he said. They got some free Roundup Ready corn seed that is a test seed, and they didn't plow, they didn't spray or anything. He said he has a buddy that has a new corn planter that this has worked in, and they just no-tilled it right through the weeds in the grass, and they're going to come back and spray it in like a week. So that's kind of different. Hopefully it works out, and this whole front field is planted in corn. He didn't do the backfield because I cut some trees down in our access road, and they're still laying across there. So I told him if he wants to plant the backfield, I will come up here tomorrow, use a chainsaw, cut up the trees, drag them out of the way so he can get back there, and he said he would. So I'm going to come back up, cut those trees up, let him get in the backfield, and we might have a lot of corn standing this fall. So pretty excited about that. Alright, well, I'm going to get started. Alright, so this is the other side of our field. You can see he no-tilled it right into these tall grass and weeds. It's not the normal way of planting things. They said it's an experiment, but he says it has worked for him, so we'll find out. This whole side of the field over here they planted. It's kind of wet, and they had a big tractor with duals on it and went right through all of it. This is from the other side of the field. I'm planted clear on the far side that you're seeing. And now, like I said, all of this is planted now. I think it's kind of crazy that they put it in this tall grass. Okay, so this side of the field, small portion of the field, is what I have planted. And there's corn in this grass. That's why I'm going to spray it, because the grass and weeds are overtaking the corn. And then from right here over to the other side of the woods is what Bob planted. And then I gotta come back up, like I said, cut those trees, and he's gonna plant our backfield. The backfield's about 8 acres. Once again, this is my setup that I kind of put together. Water tank. I put the rubber boot on there with an adapter down to a garden hose and gravity feeds. Working pretty good. No leaks. I got to figure out what rate of Roundup I'm going to put down right now, because my sprayer doesn't last a full acre, so I might have to divide it in half. But all the information on how much Roundup to spray down is in the pamphlet that comes with the Roundup. I'm using Roundup Power Max. I think it's called Power Max. Yeah, that's the Roundup Power Max. So I'm using a North Star boomless sprayer. It sprays about, they advertise 40 feet, but I'm going to say more like 20. It works pretty well. You saw from a previous video I sprayed up here, I made the passes too big, and I should have made them about 20-foot passes, and it would have been a lot better. I ended up with stripes in the field, but it's got a 5.5 GPM pump on it. It's also got a wand. I don't have the wand installed. I just put a plug in it because I don't really feel the need to use that. But it's a pretty good system. It ran about $300. Actually, it was just under $300 because I found a coupon to get some money off. And this is from Northern Tool. I ordered it online. Everything came inside the tank, but they forgot they had to add the hand sprayer. So I contacted their customer service and they sent it out, no problem. So I was pretty pleased with the customer service and the product. Runs off the quad battery. It has a switch. The only thing I don't like about it is if you open the Y valves right here, fluid starts running out with gravity. I wish it was more on demand with the pump, but still works out pretty good. I just sprayed, I don't know, there's probably about 5 acres here, maybe a little less, who knows, but just sprayed the whole thing fairly quickly. It takes longer to fill the tank off of the truck. Alright, so this is the backfield. There's about 8 acres here. There's our deer stand. And actually, I just rode the quad around. I just kicked a deer up. It was laying about 5 feet in front of the deer stand in that tall grass. Might have been born this year. It was pretty small. Alright. This is a mess. I mean, it's always a swamp in here, but they bring those tractors through here. He said if he wants me to come back here, if he wants to come back here and plant it, I gotta cut some of these trees up and get them out of here. So I might come up and do that tomorrow.